Hi guys, welcome to Stuffbox. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a website using WordPress on Google Cloud Console. And let's begin. Okay, so to begin, we need to go to Google Cloud Console. So let's type in cloud.google.com. If you haven't signed up, I do have a tutorial that you can check out. I put it on the link. Okay, so let's sign in. Go to console. You can either click this or this. To start using WordPress, click these 3 lines. And let's click Cloud Launcher. From here, you can find a wide variety of software that you can install on Google Cloud. We are going to focus on WordPress. There's different ways that you can do it. You can see there's WordPress over here. There's blog and CMS here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go search it. I'm gonna search it so in a way that it will show us all the WordPress options. You will be presented with different versions of WordPress install. Depending on what you need, some of these configurations are more expensive than others. If we select WordPress multi-site, this one costs $24.67 per month, and it also shows you 100 recent deployments. If you scroll down on the right side, you'll see the breakdown of the server. One CPU, it's got 3.75 gigs of memory and 10 gigs of hard drive. On the left side, you'll see the versions of PHP, the MySQL, and the Apache. It will also tell you what version of WordPress it will install. So let's go back. What I'm going to install is a single site WordPress. So this one says $49.35 per month, 1,000 recent deployments. If we scroll down on the right, you'll see that it has about the same configuration, but it's got 2 VM instances. The version of Apache and MySQL and PHP are a bit different, and this one is 4.9. Even though it's more expensive, we can configure the settings and the hardware configurations. So let's click Launch on Compute Engine. So now we have this WordPress deployment. If you're gonna have a multiple website, it's good to put your deployment name as your WordPress website. So in this case, we're gonna set up Can International Travel. We can pick whatever zone we want. Let's pick Eastern. For CPU, since this is a low traffic website, I'm going to pick the F1 Micro, which has 0.6 gigabytes of memory. We can customize it to have a little bit more memory, but that will make it expensive. So we'll just put it as 0.6 gigabyte. Admin email, we'll put our email in there. We say we want PHP admin, 10 gigabyte. Default networking, and we want HTTP and HTTPS traffic. Simple as that. We'll click deploy. welcome to Deployment Manager. Let's close that. So everything's being configured. We'll just wait for that to finish. So now our website is configured. So you can see there's my IP, there's my admin, my password. If we scroll down, there it is. What we can do right now is visit the website by clicking this, open a new tab, and there it is. It's got the IP, and this is working. So the next thing that we need to do is to change the MySQL password. It will give you a random password for WordPress and MySQL. What we want to do is we want to change that just to make it more secure. We can do that by going to visit WordPress site. Once we visited the website, we can put in /wp-admin. Will give us the username and login. Let's go back there, copy this. It's admin. Paste that. So now we're on our WordPress website. Let's change the password by going to all users, picking that, scroll down, and generate password. And we'll click update profile. There you go. So now we have changed our password. Let's go back to Deployment Manager and let's change the MySQL password. If you scroll down, it will give you instruction on how to change the MySQL password. Let's do that. I'm gonna copy this and let's press SSH. Now let's paste the command MySQL admin-u root-p password. Now it'll ask us what the password was. Let's go back there. Okay, now it'll ask us for the new password. When you type in the password, nothing will show up. Since password didn't match, let's do that again. And there you go. We have changed it. So we can close this by typing exit. The last thing that we want to do is update our WordPress. So let's go back to the WordPress tab. Go to the dashboard. Click Updates. Actually, this one is pretty up to date. Once we know that WordPress is up to date, you want to update your plugins. And it's easy as that. It has been updated. We have a fully working site. If you want to use FTP for WordPress, that is disabled by default. So what we need to do is set up our own SSH in order to use FTP. So what we need to do is let's open terminal on our Mac. let's type in this command. This command is on the description. So after -f, we want to put the location of the SSH key. That is tilde slash dot ssh dash, I like to put the website name, dash capital C, and the username, which in this case is admin. Let's press enter. Enter passphrase. This is optional, but for security, I'd put in something. So since it's on a terminal, you won't see that you're typing in the password. Okay, so now it has generated both a private key and a public key. The private key is located here, and the public key is over here. If you have multiple websites that you're going to configure, you will need to create a different SSH keys for each one. So that's the reason I named it as canin. So now let's go back to Google Cloud. Click that 3 lines. We scroll down and look for compute engine. Since we're going to use this a lot, I'm just going to pin it. That way it's all the way on top. So now we go compute engine, VM instance. So you can see the IP that you have. We want to click the instance. It gives you the data of your website. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to click edit. Scroll down. You can see here you have 0 SSH keys. We want to go show and edit. Now it's going to ask us for our public key. Let's go back to terminal and type in cat. Now we want this public key. Just going to copy that, paste it, okay, and then press enter. This is our public key. So what we want to do is we want to copy all of this, starting from SSH all the way to admin, which is your username. Click copy, and from here, once we paste that, we can see that the username is admin. Let's scroll down and click save. It's updating the instance. Scroll up, and there it is. We are set up. Let's try the connection by using terminal and enter SSH-I, then the location of the private key, which is tilde/.ssh/canint. Then enter the username, in my case it's admin, at the IP of our web server. Then enter. You will get the usual warning if you're connecting for the first time. Enter the passphrase that we set up earlier. Then press enter. And we are connected. As you can see, it now says admin at caninternationaltravel-vm. To close the connection, type logout and then exit. So let's test if this worked by connecting our FTP client. I'm going to use Filezilla. Simply click this, new site, can it, and we'll put in the host. We want it SFTP, it's more secure. Now we'll log in as key file, put in admin. Now we're gonna need the private key that we created. That's usually under your username. SSH key is hidden by default. On High Sierra, simply click Command Shift period and it will show you the hidden files. Some FTP client will not ask you for this, but Filezilla does. We'll say yes. Okay, now I'll ask you for the password that we set up earlier. We'll name it Filezilla. Can it. Now let's click connect. Since it's the first time loading, it's always a usual warning, so just make sure you are on the proper host, and we'll say always trust this host and click OK. We'll ask you for the passphrase again. We'll remember that just for security purposes. Click OK, and there we are, it's connected. To find your WordPress site, go back up one more time and scroll down, look for var www html, and there it is. There's your WordPress configuration. I'm just gonna disconnect this. So now we have the WordPress setup, we have FTP connection to our server. Now let's point that IP to our website. So in my case, my domain register is Google. Manage my domain. So if I'm Can International, what you want to do is go to your DNS, scroll down, and let's enter the A record. Let's wait for the DNS to propagate, and then let's check the website. That's all working. That's great. I hope this helped you guys. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. And thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.